Silly old beggar. It's open. Ah. Hello, Sarah.
Any news?
No change.
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? Have you been to bed yet?
I've only just got back from the hospital.
Look, there's no point you making yourself ill as well. Look, you go and lie down. I can look after things here, then you can go back to the hospital after you've had a rest.
I think I was too hard on him yesterday. When he said he had a chill, I told him he was talking nonsense.
You mustn't blame yourself. What happened? The stroke? There was nothing you could do. Now go on, off to bed. You'll feel much better.
Blasted Vela's gone.
You make sure you get some rest then. Yes, and you'll phone us as soon as you get some news. Right. Bye. No change.
Well, you know him, he'll be all right, Ma.
He'll be in very good hands, Annie.
What are you two doing here anyway? You should be off on the hay this morning.
Wish we could. Bearing's gone up Baylor.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, I've sent Kathleen to Houghton to get a spare, which means we can have a nice cup of tea with you, Ma.
That'd be nice.
Well, we've exchanged contracts on Demdike. A week to completion, then all our worries will be over.
Oh.
What about the top meadow? You don't need a bailiff for that.
Hi, Ma. Thought I'd pop in and see how you are.
Well, it'd be a lot better if someone was doing some work around here.
Well, Sarah's gone down to Woolpack to help Henry out. Oh, she said she'd ring if there's any news.
She's the only one with any sense. Off you go to work, all of you. Go on.
All right, but you will let us know, won't you?
And if you need running down to the hospital or anything like that, just give me a shout, won't you?
Better still, use your birthday present.
What? Oh, right.
Bye.
Yes, all right, Sarah. Thank you. You will let me know if there's any news, won't you? Right. Oh, come in. And Sarah, do make sure old Henry gets a bit of rest. Okay. See you later on. Bye.
It's okay. I was just looking for Elsa.
Ah.
She's not around then. And I don't suppose you'll tell me when she will be back. So, well, I'll see you.
Hang on, Nick.
Hmm? Oh, it's okay. I don't want to interrupt your business.
No, that was Sarah, actually.
Oh, about Amos.
Yes, she's holding the fort at Woolpack. Henry's just got back from the hospital. He's been up all night.
Poor old chap, eh?
Now, come in, Nick. Come sit down. Won't be a lecture, I promise you. I just think it's time you and I had a little chat, don't you?
What about?
Come on, come in. How about you and Elsa? You know, I have been sounding off a bit about it, and I think it's time I try to do something more constructive.
What's brought this on, then?
I just thought today was a good day to start building bridges.
Wouldn't have mattered in old days, that, you know.
What?
It wouldn't have been a problem, would it, when they did hay making by hand?
Well, there isn't a problem now when Kathy gets back with that bearing.
It's all far too mechanised, Jack. Old ways were best if you ask me.
Well, I wasn't actually, Archie. In fact, I haven't worked out what you've come up for yet.
Oh, I want some horseshoes.
What for? Look.
No, practice. Look at that.
Recollections of a country farrier.
Yeah, I got it from the library. It's brilliant. There's loads of stories and pictures, you know, showing you how to do it.
Oh, I see. You have a look, there's some old horseshoes in the corner of the barn if they're any good to you.
Oh, nice one. Cheers, Jack.
I reckon you'll need more than a book full of pictures to get the hang of it, though.
What's this?
Another piece of modern machinery you probably won't like, Archie.
Is it a walkie-talkie?
Yeah, so we can talk back to the house.
Testing.
I bet you think we should still send messages by pigeon, eh?
Hey, beam me up, Scotty.
Send smoke signals across the fields.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. Klingons on the starboard bow, Jim.
Annie, is there any news? Just a minute, Rachel. What are you doing? I think one of the boys is trying to get through to me on this.
Can't get no satisfaction.
Gracious.
You may say this is none of my business, Nick, but I do know how difficult it is to accept things sometimes.
Such as?
Such as relationships that can't succeed.
Like me and Elsie, you mean?
No, I was thinking of your mother and myself, actually. There's no point in pretending it wasn't a bit of a setback when it happened.
I thought you always said it was a lucky escape.
Well, for her, possibly. But perhaps not so much for me. In my quieter moments, I sometimes wonder what it would have been like if it all turned out differently. But it didn't, so I had to accept it.
But have you?
Well, your mother did leave Beckendale, eh?
Yeah, with Gran.
Well, yes.
Yeah, so what do you reckon would have happened if Gran hadn't turned up? Maybe there was nothing wrong between you two after all. Maybe it was just outsiders interfering.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen to me, Alan.
I'm just off then, Sarah.
Good luck.
Amos needs a bit of that right now.
Give him my best, Henry.
Oh, yes, I will.
It's a bad business.
Amos is in very good hands, Henry.
Still a bit dodgy, though, isn't it?
First few hours is most dangerous, and he's over that now, ain't he, Henry?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Ah, but, you know, it's the damage up there. Hey, did I ever tell you about Mickey?
Jock, I really
He
don't
never
think-
spoke after his stroke. Or walk. He was like a wee bear, man. Oh, it was tragic.
Why can't they keep their big mouth shut?
Eh?
Some people ain't got brains they were born with.
What have I done now?
Elsa, have you got a couple of minutes? I'm supposed to be meeting Michael. Look, just a couple of minutes. Surely you can spare that. I've already had lectures, Kathy. From my mum, from Michael, from Rachel. Even Annie's chipped in with a 2 pennyworth.
Yeah, I know. I want to ask you a favour. Nick's going downhill every day this goes on.
It's not my fault.
I want you to leave him alone.
What?
Nick would probably kill me if he heard me say this, but it's not kind to keep on seeing him.
He's really upset. I want to explain to him why I decided, well, you know.
I don't think there's anything you can say that can make it better for him, Elsa. He has to live with it. And seeing you just makes it more difficult. You've got to be cruel to be kind.
Sarah told me a long time ago she was coming down to help you.
Found myself making a detour. Delaying the moment, I suppose.
What's the matter? Frightened of what you might find? You won't lose him now, Henry. Not when he's in a place like that.
Yeah, but will it be the real Amos who comes back, eh? I mean, that's what Jock said this morning, and he was right.
You just have to pray about that.
Aye.
Not going to the hospital won't change things, you know.
Tell you the truth, I didn't come here just for that. It struck me this morning that there's a dozen things I'd like to have said to Amos. Oh, not silly or soppy, just simple things I've thought over the years. Been on my mind all morning that I might not be able to say them now. And then it struck me that there were other people I wanted to say things to and all.
Annie? Oh, I'm sorry. Joe left this when he came back for his tea.
All right, Rachel.
Any news, Mr. Wilkes?
No, Rachel, not yet. In fact, I best be getting up there.
Right, Henry.
Oh, get lost.
Look, Archie, if you've forgotten your key again...
Oh, then, Nick, have we got any more gas?
Sorry. I've been trying to phone you.
I've been out talking to your sister.
Yeah. And I've spent all morning talking to your boss.
So maybe it's time we talk to each other. Look, Nick, I know I didn't say it very well about the baby. But there was no easy way to say something like that, was there? And there's no easy way to say this either. I don't want you to try and phone me again. Or to see me.
Yes, I will. I promise. Bye.
News?
Just another well-wisher. The 10th one in the last hour.
Still no news from Henry. Is that a good sign, do you think?
That's the 10th time I've been asked that in the last hour as well. I've no idea.
Stick me another pint in there, please, Sarah. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Turner. Can I buy you a drink?
We've got rather a lot of work to do this afternoon, John.
Uh-huh.
I think you will find that work and alcohol don't mix.
Your whiskey, Alan.
Thank you.
It's my lunch hour, Mr. Turner. The working man deserves his break.
Nice if the working man would just do a little every now and then.
You can say what you like, Nick, but I know I'm doing the right thing.
Right thing? Right for who? Right for you? Me? Or right for that baby you're carrying? Or right because your mum says it's right? Or right because Michael says so?
There's no future for us.
Yes, there is, if we say there is.
What difference would that make?
At least we'd start off by being honest with each other. But then again, I suppose we've got to start by being honest with ourselves first.
But even if we could work something out, though, God knows how.
But yes, we can.
How do I know you really mean it, Nick?
Mean what? Mean that I love you? Elsa, look at me!
Or are you just saying that because of what's happened?
Look, Elsa. Look, let's get one thing straight, shall we? I don't want you to do any of this. Ever since you told me, I felt like being sick. The thought of it. You don't know how much I want you. Want our child. And there's something else, too. If you had come back and told me that you'd done it, got rid of the baby, I would have still wanted us to carry on. Look, sir, I love you. Not just you and the baby, but you. Maybe you can get rid of the baby, but you can't get rid of me. It's not as easy as that. But then again, I don't really think you want to, do you?
Thanks a lot.
Are you sure you can't come? Can't you get someone to cover for you?
Look, I'm sorry, Zoe. Even Dad's pushed to make it with that meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. He's going to follow us up to Edinburgh when he's finished.
You should have heard him these past few days in the office. All he's been talking about is his little girl's graduation.
Little girl?
He slips it into every phone call. Give me the price on a cargo of bananas from Zurich to The Hague. And by the way, did you know my little girl graduates as a vet this week?
Stop. Look, if you can get away, he's going to come up either in the morning or late afternoon if his lunch finishes early.
I don't think there's much chance of that with the people he's got coming. Have you heard who's amongst the guests? Terry Prince.
Oh, I don't think I've ever met him.
You certainly wouldn't forget him if you had. Kim must be in there already.
No, Kim's exercising Tilly. I saw her from my bedroom.
And Dad's in the house.
Shouldn't be anyone in there right now.
Like there shouldn't have been anyone in our barn, you mean? But what do you want?
I've already told you. I just want to be sensible about all this.
Like I said, that's your mother talking. But tell me what you want.
Well, there's no crime in trying to be practical.
Oh, and that's your brother now. I've heard what Alan Turner's got to say, and I can now guess what my sister said. Just tell me, Elsa, what you want.
You, Nick.
Seth, what are you doing here?
Just passing.
On your way to the fish farm?
Any news?
Doctor's round. I'll be seeing him after.
We'll be all right, though, won't you, Henry?
That's what I'm waiting to find out.
Mr. Wilkes.
Oh, heck.
Do you usually skulk around other people's stables?
Oh, we're doing some research, Mr. Tate.
Tell me, Archie, Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
It's an horseshoe.
Who's going to break it to the horse?
Oh, come on, it will be first effort.
Horses last if you're trying to stick this thing on its hoof.
No, that's what I come up here for, like, to see your horses and see what I was doing wrong.
Trying to teach yourself a skill like this, for starters. Kim, what do you think of Archie's first effort at repairing a horseshoe?
Oh, come on, give us a chance. I've been trying to find a farrier to teach, but there aren't any anymore, are there?
Well, there is next week.
What?
One's coming here to have a look at a couple of the mares. I'll introduce you if you like. See if you can pick up a few tips.
Oh, nice one, Mrs. Tate. Thanks.
Oh, no, Archie, let me keep this. When you finally conquered the trade and you're a master farrier, I can bring this out as a souvenir.
It isn't going to be easy, this. You know that, don't you?
If you ask me, they're really hard bits behind us.
I'm not so sure.
Ah. Yeah, Mum and Michael, you mean?
Not just them. But let's not tell them yet, eh? Till we've made some plans, at least.
You're not getting cold feet already, are you?
It's just we've not done much right up to now. There's more than just you and me we've got to consider.
Hey, look, come on, we'll be all right. You wait until he's born. We'll be so proud.
There's so much to do. Where are we going to live? What are we going to live on? You're not earning much, and I won't earn anything after the baby's born.
Hey, look, stop worrying, will you? It's ages yet. We'll be okay.
It is going to be all right now, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. At least we're together.
Jack's got the walkie-talkies now. Annie? Annie, are you all right?
Yes, of course, love. What are you after?
I just thought I'd have a cup of tea.
Everyone's trying to make me drink tea today, and I've got work to do. And you should be doing something useful instead of hanging around.
Yes, Annie. I just thought I fancied a cup of tea and a piece of your cake. Come on.
It's all right, love.
Come and sit down. I'll put the kettle on.
Right.
He'll be all right. Amos won't give in without a fight.
He's a stubborn old mule. You know, he once asked me to marry him.
You and Amos? I never thought that.
He wasn't like that at all. I think he felt he needed a woman's touch at the wool pack. And so rather than advertise for a barmaid, he asked me to marry him.
I can just see him. I bet he thought he was doing you a great honour.
I reckon he did. We've had some good times together, you know.
Yeah, and there's still plenty more to come.
Oh, we're getting on, you know, Amos and Henry and me. But don't you fret, love. You're young. You've got all your life ahead of you.
Yeah, well, I hope when I'm 70 I've got as many nice memories to look back on as you.
I'm sure you will have, love. Now, what about that tea you promised me?
OK, Annie.
Any further thoughts about your future, sir?
Not really, Alan. I'll be pretty full-time here now for a while, I should think, whatever happens.
Orange juice, please, Sarah. All right, Al. You want to get yourself up to Frank Tate's, you know, he's got loads of openings. You'll become a farrier like me.
I don't think so, Archie.
You probably wouldn't be strong enough, would you? Hey, you could become a milkmaid, though.
Oh, really, aren't you?
She could. She could work next to Smithy, wearing a smock, churning butter and selling it to tourists.
You haven't got the sense you were born with, Brooks. I'm sure Miss Connolly has better things to do than to waste time with your fantasies.
They're not fantasies, though, are they? Listen, Frank Tate's going to do everything just like he did in olden days. I mean, if she didn't want to be a milkmaid, she could always, like, hit corn with that thing that they used to hit it with.
I think he's trying to say flail, Sarah.
Archie, I've got enough people trying to persuade me to do farming the modern way.
But this would be different. We'd become a great team. You could, like, bring me a glass of cold milk if I worked over at Furness, couldn't you?
Any news yet, Jack?
No, love. Ma says she'll let us know as soon as she hears. That's if she can work your fella's new toy.
It was over the top, wasn't it?
Well, I think you'll have to get used to it, Kathy. New car, walkie-talkies. Can't wait to see what he comes up with next.
I dread to think.
You'll probably end up the only shepherdess in the Dales with a Rolls-Royce.
I wish you'd stop doing it. I get so embarrassed.
Or a helicopter. You'd be able to round the sheep up from the air.
Jack.
Oh, put a walkie-talkie around the dog's neck. You'd be able to whistle the sheep in over the radio.
Aha, very funny.
You enjoy it, Kathy, love. Here, have a go on the walkie-talkie. See if you can get through to Annie.
I don't know what to say. I mean, you feel a bit of an idiot, don't you?
Well, try singing a song. Oh, go on, just speak into it.
Hello? Hello, this is Kathy calling Annie. Come in, please.
Oh, mind yourself, girl. Why you have to hang around under my feet all day?
Why don't you go into have your room? Just get out of Annie's way.
Mum, I was
know
only-
enough.
Oh, that bratted thing.
Hey, let me, Ma. You don't have a go all day. Hello, flying doctor to base, flying... Hello, this is...
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, this is Joe Sugden. I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm up in the fields with Jack. Any news yet?
No, not yet. I'll keep you posted, though.
Okay, Joe, thanks.
This is Emmerdale. Over and out.
I know what that boy was thinking of. Walkie-talkies, indeed.
Oh, I think they're great.
Got more money than sense.
They said you're going to be okay, Amos. I said they think you're going to be all right.
You can't keep an old dog down, Mr. Wilkes.